with Gannon when they get to the sideline.
Gannon must not have seen Junior Seau, but those are the kind you dream about at night. If you're a middle linebacker, lead him right in there, stretch his arms out, whack. You see Junior Seau just step up, see the ball, full force of Junior Seau.
Goals for Atlanta. Chris Chandler with the Falcons up 12-7. And chances are Terrence Mathis is open for a touchdown.
Right there, realized where he was. He actually held the football outside the end zone. The judgment was in his favor by the referee. It's not a safety.
With the score 7-6, St. Desmond Howard in the Super Bowl, in this building at the '96 Super Bowl, was immense for returns for Green Bay. This is 95 yards for a touchdown. Watch young Courtney Brown, who the Browns just say, oh my goodness, if we make the right pick, look at this play, Tom.
Here, we'll take another look at it, and even in slow motion, watch Courtney Brown close this last 5 yards on Mark Brunell. He does it in about 5 quick steps, and Brunell actually looked like his knee was almost on the ground before the
last year, and an undefeated preseason as well.
Yeah, let's take a look at Rob Burnett on a twist right there, goes inside, and this is the kind of pressure that Kent Graham was under all during this game. Now, that was an inside move by Rob Burnett. Then Mr. Inside, Mr. Outside. Here he does a great job of reading the reverse, holds his ground, stays as deep as the football. Another big
Arizona. There are the backs. One of them is Ronde. The other guy is Tiki Barber. That was L.J. Shelton who was being carted out for Arizona. Look at this run by Tiki Barber on the last play of the first quarter.
Yeah, we talk about Mr. Outside. I'm going to hold on for Mr. Inside, but here's the guy who's turning the corner both ways, making huge plays for the Giants on the outside of the defense.
So that touchdown makes it 7-0. And look at Barber. Look at him go. He could go all the way. And E.S. Williams way at the touchdown. 14-0, 78 yards for Tiki Barber. And then Lloyd Lindsey Young. Hello, East Rutherford. It's lightning and thunder, and we're out of here. We're out of here. And very smartly, 23-minute.
We're inside force now, Ronde. Here again, Ronde inside, and look at the way that he's running. This is north, south.
For some of it's been so hot in Kansas City for a month, but not Edgerrin James. The screen to Edgerrin, and look at him drafting behind Tarek Glenn. It's almost like a NASCAR racer. Field goal, Vanderjagt makes it 17-14 Colts. Then Gerback. Picked off by Jeff Buress from Buffalo Bills. It's a 25-yard score, 24-14.
By the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Then Willie McGinnis at the top of the screen comes off the play fake going down the line, doesn't attack the ball, and Mike Allstott goes to the quarterback, Sean King, instead, touchdown.
Special teams for Tampa Bay. No, it's special teams for New England. Troy Brown and
band of renown.
His band is playing 66 yards, and the P-Man is trying to do it some other way. It's 10-7. Now, after a first down, it's the old trickery at the end of the half. We're going to spike it. No, we're not. Riedel Anthony, you go out, and Sean King, Marino-esque, hits him with 3 plays later. This combination, they sparkled in the second half last year, and McNown to Cuckoo Marcus Robinson. He's gone. 47 yards, 20-9 Chicago on the road. And the Vikings take the lead 23-20. Later in the fourth quarter, Robert Smith, he can do this. The spin doctor heads down the sideline. Smith with Randy Moss throwing a block or two. He goes out at the 6-yard line on a big play for the Vikes under 6 minutes.
Yeah, you said it. Randy Moss getting out in front of Robert Smith, doing a nice job of blocking downfield. And those are the to do in support of Dante Culpepper.
3 plays later, look. Joe Cap, Fran Tarkenton, he had them all. Look at this, another touchdown by Culpepper. Vikings lead 30-20. Under 2 minutes to go, McNown has had a rushing touchdown called back. Now, scrambling up the middle, took the move on Robert Griffith, and he's in for the touchdown. The Bears have pulled it within 3, 30-20. New leaf literally in San Diego after 2 troubled years. Ryan Leaf starting for the Chargers at division foe, the Raiders. Ray and Upshaw, Leaf, the Raiders. Ray and Upshaw, Leaf had blood on his scoreless game here in the third quarter. Robert Chancey ran out of luck. And the Raiders, Oakland, get the 2-run homer from Jompy, and they lead it. Here's the replay.
Well, look at him spot shadowed right there, and watch his eyes. Gets a little bump on the receiver right there, but he never looks back to see where the receiver is. He follows Kitna's eyes right to the football for his second interception.
Martin, we're 7-7 after one. Second quarter, same score. Alan Rossum just obtaining a trade from Philadelphia so he could return and play a little DB. I'd say it's a pretty good trade. Look at him avoid tacklers until John Abraham, makes him feel like Moses. So go down 16-13, Jets in business. Swing, Martin, touchdown, 3:30 left. It's a first down to Charles Lee. 3rd and 10. But a bullet wound, but keeps on firing. It's a first down to Tyrone Davis. Far, the Jet 33, but no! This pass picked off by Victor Green. Yeah, Cowboy raises. Hey, I need some ice. Eagles sideline was in the shade, so that knocked it down to 98 degrees. This is the opening kickoff of the opening game of the season. Oh my God, it's an onside kick. And Demean Douglas recovers for the Eagles on the quarter, 3rd and 12 down, 21-0 Philadelphia. James Darling. Oh man, Aikman, he took more of a beating than Bledsoe did because the Eagles had such a big lead, Tom. Aikman, concussion, goes to hospital for observation. 11 times the Eagles in 1991 with that great defense of Reggie White and company sacked him. He had remembrances of this.
We have to remember he was a much. You can take those hits when you're younger. He had to leave that game today after that last hit we just saw.
3rd quarter, Deuce Staley, 35 yards. Deuce Staley, 201 yards rushing. Oh, the Donovan McNair said, you know what, you take a load for a minute, Deuce. Let me handle it. 3-0 lead late second. It's a completion from McNair to Des White. Abraham with the hit this time, and Ronde Barber picks it up, and it's a touchdown. Bucks defense, 20-0.
Yeah, Leroy Butler, a great job of disguising his blitzes today. A little bit of a delayed blitz, putting the pressure on right there, and then watch this hit up around the head, forcing him.
Timor is stunned. The score is 38-24, 4 minutes to go. Manning for Harrison. 50-yard touchdown. It's a 38-30. Sunday night loss at Buffalo. The Titans undefeated after 1 year at Adelphia Coliseum. Open up for Jeff Fisher at home against the Chiefs. So wait a minute. This is Frank Wycheck to Kevin Dyson on a home run throw forward. The Bills were right. It was forward, Tom.
Well, you get this one is backwards. You get the throw to Frank Wycheck. You see Greg Wesley come up. Eric.
Time against Baltimore. Brian Billick sees his team fall behind 3-0, and then he sees Jacksonville really come to play hard. Chiron Stitt lays out Kadri. So the missile gone. Brunell throws some missiles of his own. What a game for Jimmy Smith. Just getting warmed up, 45-yard touchdown, 10-0 Jack Brunell. And here, play fake to Smith again. That's beautiful. 43 yards, 17-0 Jags.
Boom, Jimmy Smith may be the best receiver in this league. You watch the concentration, the speed with which he runs by the DB, and the great cradle on the football.
Then Brunell. And in Baltimore, shades of a John Mackey play. Tip from McCardell to Jimmy Smith. It's a touchdown, 36-32 Jags.
A tip drill that's practiced by every NFL team every week. Ball intended for McCardell. Again, a great job of concentration by Jimmy Smith. Staying with the play, and he's so strong. It's a great combination of speed.
Banks. He's just smooth on this. To Shannon Sharp. It's a touchdown. Banks to Sharp. And the Ravens have the biggest win in franchise history. McNair 3 and out again. Short punt, and it hurts the Eagles because Tiki Barber, look at the move, whoop! And then he beats the Eagles to the corner. Whoop. First touchdown pass for Leaf since October 25th, 1998. 17-10 Bolt in the second. Ronnie Jenkins. And sometimes you fumble a kick, and what happens?
Guys break their lanes, tend to lose their lane control. You get a chance to pop one through 8 or 9 people, and you're off to the races.
24-13. So the Saints saw Desmond Howard return one last week. Now they see Jenkins return one. 24-13 Chargers. You know they have a good defense. Same score. Jeff Blake avoids pressure throws to San Diego native Ricky Williams.
By the Redskins deep in their own territory.
Settling for a field goal is Detroit at 6-0 Detroit. Screen to Stephen Davis. And this is why he got the big bucks and made the Pro Bowl last year. Oh, man. Rolling over the Lions, setting up a Brad. 20-0 Broncos on the 6-yard play. Mike Anderson. It's going to be a touchdown. Anderson, 31 carries. Atlanta's offense came on special teams. Derek Vaughn at the goal line. Darts up the right. And Chris Cole is going to chase him. I don't think Elam's going to get him. And he could go all the way. Touchdown, 34-7 fight. Jason Elam hurting the lower back on the play. He's going to not put pressure on his right leg at all. Although it's a back injury, so we'll have to wait how that turns out.
Is that Mike's boat?
Well, let's see if the Seahawks could sail to an upset on. Well, the Turpin looks like blubber. No one really knows what it is. Jay Bellamy picks off the pass of Kurt Warner. And Seattle leads 10-3 at this point. Down 13-10 at the half. Playing outdoors. Tied at 27 in a wild game. And here it comes. Kevin Carter the strip. Devin Bush picks it up. Kitten at the turnover. 8th straight game the Rams have scored 30 or more points. That's
all of Daniel Snyder's money cannot combat fate. The Redskins lost more than a game Sunday. They also lost leading wideout Michael Westbrook for the rest of the season. Westbrook says he heard a pop in his left knee when he was tackled by Lions safety Ron Rice. The former Colorado star tore a ligament in the knee, and as I said, is done for the rest. Titans quarterback Steve McNair remained hospitalized overnight Monday with a bruised sternum. Titans coach Jeff Fisher said the move was precautionary. The Titans have a bye this week. McNair, of course, blasted in the Chiefs game. And speaking of blasted, Broncos kicker Jason Elam will be out 4 to 8 weeks after breaking parts of 2 vertebrae in his back after being blocked on a kickoff return. Elam, who tied the NFL record with the 63-yarder 2 years ago, has scored more points in any kick.
Greasy to throw on 3rd and goal. Going to roll. Directing traffic, throws into the end zone. Caught and touchdown.
First down from their own 37. And Gannon going to throw. Lost the football. Picked up by the Broncos. Trevor Price into the end zone for the touchdown. Reception today.
Well, get it to the guy who can score the touchdowns. That's Tim Brown. Watch this. Rich Gannon, nice throw, throws it over the top. Terell Buckley, 27, covering Tim Brown. Just gets his fingertips on it. Terell Buckley.
Team 1-1. Second quarter, Falcons up 3-0. Chris Chandler to Jamal Anderson, the handoff. And this, we've seen this from a couple of years ago, Tom.
Jamal seems to be regaining that burst through the that they've got to shore up on the defensive side of the ball.
Meanwhile, no problems on this side of the ball. Kurt Warner to Isaac Bruce. And Bruce, remember Flipper Anderson? What was that, the playoff game?
On the right side, getting a good turn on the interior tackle.
And then later on, there's Marshall running into the end zone. He had 199 total yards of
coverage. JAGUARS green over the top.
That's an old element.
That Randall could be open outside.
Charlie Batch at the end of the half throwing a Hail Mary. First of all, what do you got to do?
Knock it down.
Jermaine Crowell. 24, Damian Robinson has incensed his coach, Tony Dungy.
Because everyone...
1, 2, 3, another penalty, then 1, 2, 3. This is the 9th play, and Chris Claiborne goes high to stop. Down pass to Eric Mold. Kevin Williams. Remember last year in the hospital, it's this Kevin Williams. And look at him go. Makes the cut on Steve Christie, and he could go all the way. Nice downfield shielding by the Jets special teams at 97 yards at the Alcro. Very Parcelsian going for it on 4th and 1 and up the middle. It's Curtis Martin for
asking that
14 second quarter late. 4 seconds left in the half. From the Bills 45, Vinny Testaverde. It's a Hail Mary. What are you supposed to do?
Knock it down!
There's 4 Bills, but they're 6'2" defensive back. Marcus
Coleman!
Touchdown! Look at the catch he makes, Tom.
Well, the DBs, 3 of them were there.
Tom, and look at the play by Chris Hayes to make it.
Well, Chris Hayes is going down. He's the gunner on the left side. He gets run past the play the first time. He will stick with it, get up, come make a hit on Chris Watson from behind, force the fumble, and get
on the interception. And then the Chiefs' ensuing possession, it's Gerback to Sylvester Morris. Oh, that sly Sylvester. My goodness, 5 for first down. Second a goal from the 3. Need a little fan. Oh, no, it's going to be a sweep with the quick guy. Tiki. You have no Tiki, you got no shirt. Kerry Collins sacked by Troy Wilson. And no call despite what looks like a face mask. Yikes. Looks like. Man, there's no call. Game of the season. And then Jeff Garcia to Terell Owens, 3 yards, and the 49ers. And look at Terell Owens. I'm going right to that star. I'm looking right through the hole in the roof to look at God up there and say, hey, we're up 17-3. So Emmitt Smith says, now wait a minute there, young man. 17-10, no, I'm going here. You're in my house. You don't pull that stuff here. These are the Cowboys. And oh, by the way, 36 carries for 201 yards. And here's a 1-yard pass from Garcia to Owens late. So what's going to happen? Oh, I'm going right back to that star. George Ice-T says, no, you're not. Derek D, 63, says, you get out of here. Ooh, the Niners and Cowboys. Yes, they may not be going to deep in the bench. Steve Mariucci, a classy move. We play instead. You think some Eagle linebackers are coming here on this play, Tom? But look what Blake does.
Well, and this is what mobility will do for you. Jeff Blake does a great job of getting outside, and look at the aggressiveness as he goes to the end zone. He's
third quarter. Blake to the leading receiver in the NFC. That's right. Joe Little Bighorn, Tim Howe nails him. Look at it. Boom.
how certain
to the leading receiver in the NFC. That's right. Joe Little
that one and really nailed it.
And speaking of getting into this one, Brian Mitchell, if at first you don't succeed, try again. Let's get him go. He could go all the way. Brian Mitchell this time, no flag, 72 yards. Steve McNair, bruised sternum, not in. Eddie George, he is in. 20 yards, 7-0, Titans. Third quarter, 2nd and 25. We dribble once. Now, they don't whistle McNown for a double dribble. Instead, he goes to Cuckoo, Marcus Robinson. It's 4. They're on their own 20. So obviously the Rams are in trouble, right, Tom? They're at their own 20. I don't think so. Kurt Warner, Torry Holt. He burns Ashley Ambrose, who's gone with the wind. Ashley, it's 17-10 Rams.
Yeah, and understand.
Touchdown.
17-13 Rams, third quarter. Jamal Anderson trying to score. Oh, it's a fumble, and Keith Lyle picks it up. Ray Buchanan from Louisville. That because he's watching this, he was knocked down. 94 yards every time. Boy, the Rams defense seems to always have these.
Up on the Falcon team to know that the ball's up and gone and fumbled.
Dan Reeves said he should have been down. The ref said no way. Meanwhile, there's another bomb to Holt. This time Warner to Isaac Bruce, beating Ray Buchanan from
Louisville.
66 yards. The Rams win it 41-20. In Cleveland, Brian Stipe picked off by Mike Davis. 2-1 Cleveland at 2-1 Raiders. The Browns tied for first. But Rich Canada to Tim Brown early, and the stiff arm of Corey Fuller. Fuller angry. I would say this is extracurricular, Tom. Unnecessary roughness. Was his anger justified, though?
Well, angry's a good word. You get a stiff arm to the face. That's supposed to be illegal. Probably should have been called by the ref, but guess you don't have to penalize it.
More play action. Far. Plenty of time. Bomb. Bill Schrader beats double coverage 55 yards for Gunther Cunningham, 7 at the KC. Elvis Gerback shook up by Ray Crockett. 27 yards. Broncos lead 12. Broncos fall in the Chiefs 16. Third quarter, Mike Anderson, the former Marine. 19-7. Keyshawn Johnson shaking hands with some of his former mates. And he watched his new quarterback, Sean King, play action in the rain, which it was raining at the start of the game, to Jaguars Green. He's dragged down near the goal line, ruled down at the 11. Doesn't look like he steps out of bounds, frankly, Tom, but that's the call.
Well, when you take a look at this, just watch his outside foot. It's the only thing that's relevant here. Looks like he does a great tightrope down the sideline.
What a great catch he made right there at the back of the end zone.
Do you think Brian Cox is back here? Boom! Big hit on Aaron. Hal Bros Jets down 10-6 half. Testaverde. Third quarter. Picked off by Ronde Barber. What a year the Barber brothers are having. First round picks complete. First down at the 22. Curtis, my favorite Mott. Touchdown. Jets made the two-point conversion at 17-14. Then Marvin Jones and Rick Lyle, the play of the day. It's All-Star Victor Green falls on it.
Well, the style that All-Star runs with, trying to scramble for extra yards all the time, often results in a fumble.
And look at this, those Jets. Curtis Martin on the halfback option. So of all people, the flashlight signing on Wayne Cribet. 21-17. The Jets have lead. Grabet fired up. Bucks stuck.
The day after his dad, Archie Manning's first Monday night appearance. First quarter, Colts third play. Holla! Payton to Marvin Harrison, 76 yards to the house. 21st time these two have hooked up for a touchdown pass. Those touchdowns, buck 15 for the entire game for his first Monday nighter. Second quarter, Brunell Smith. Jimmy spent half the first half on the sideline after getting knocked out cold. Spent the other half of the first half catching 7 balls for a buck 12. Coming into this game, best 10-game run ever in the NFL. Third quarter, Manning to the end zone, who got juiced by Raina Stewart. Wilkins had the last laugh in the last 22.
Coleman, John Barber, Arrington, Bruce Smith. Bruce Smith just got it again. King picked it up and now he throws. Holy moly to the field. Riddell Anthony touchdown. King picked the fumble up and threw it while he was still behind the line of scrimmage.
I was just talking about, like he stopped and said something to the umpire.
There he comes, 59.
He just leads with his helmet right there, and that's one of the reasons that you don't lead with the crown of your helmet, because then you get your neck jammed, and that was just, he just did that to himself. That's what it looks like. Here's what it sounds like. They're going to form the wall right there. You see the wall? Now they'll start to come in, start to bring the wall in, and it was a right return. He gets a block right there from Champ Bailey. That was on the kicker. That says the gunner gets wiped out right there.
Wow, they could have downed it at the 2, but as a result, turns into a drive. Eddie George really to Peter Warwick, and watch the one hand. Oh, man. First NFL touchdown for Warren.
They were a team that played with such enthusiasm when they came out. You can tell that they're...
They had 7 points the first 3 games. They get 10 points in the first quarter, leading 13-3 against Miami. Achilles Smith, but uh-oh, here's that Dolphin defense. Jason Taylor, it's the hat trick.
Play a second half.
So LeBeau, thinking they'd escape from Stalag 13, goes back in the foxhole, and now it's all Miami. We got Kinchlow. We got, that's Artrell Hine to break through. For Drew Bledsoe, they haven't won a game all year. Willie McGinnis starting to pass with a big sack of Bryant.
High Street a chance to make a catch. That's a great throw.
Sets up a Garner 1-yard touchdown. Then Jake Plummer. He hits David Boston, eluding the blitz. Please come to Boston in the springtime. 56 yards. And it's a 17-17. McNown, a 1-yard run, 7-0 Bears. Cade McNown. Scrambling, throwing. Where have you gone, Marcus Robinson? He's going into the end zone. Cuckoo-cachoo, 68-yard touchdown. Well, where have you gone, Joe DiMaggio? Question to be answered another day, but the simple flanker screen to Marcus Robinson, he could go all the way. Now, could the Bucs run it on the Redskins after their heartbreaking loss last week to the Jets? Well, Stephen Davis was hurt in that playoff game. Hardly a factor, but he's a factor here. Albert Cotto with a block, 50-yard touchdown, second quarter, tied at...
Bledsoe throws this side, it is complete. Troy Brown, and Brown hit hard.
But this is a good play, what I was talking about. Tony Simmons is the outside receiver. All he did was come inside, look at him. All he came down was he was a block, which usually helps your physical ability to play a little harder and make good plays.
O'Neal inside his own 15-yard line. 35, 40, spinning at the 45, still on his feet, and there he goes! 87 yards and the touchdown by...
You got to think that Emmitt's going to get the football.
Former Niner Lee Woodall, Evander Holyfield lookalike, making the stop. But here Emmitt's back, and look at him, Tom. 8-yard touchdown, and on your tough place to win at the 3-1 Lions. But Dante Culpepper has time, unleashes one to Randy Moss, and he's wide open, beating Kurt Schurz. Last thinking. It's 10-10 in the third, and Desmond Howard, boom! Keith Thibodeau hits Howard in the Thibodeau. Look again, and it's whomp! Howard, as he's been earlier in his career, and he just hops right up. So Culpepper to Moss. Oh, and that's a pretty 17-yard fade. Watch this, and you explain to us how this happened. Culpepper to Moss. Double coverage. Are you kidding me? It's 50 yards and a 24-17 lead.
As we take another look at it, we have a great look here. Watch Randy Moss's height as he gets over the defenders, ball thrown just enough to his left, just outside the defenders where he gets a chance to make concentration. Great athleticism.
7 catches, 168, his third career 3-touchdown game. Robert Smith, oh, they got other guys who can make big plays. And watch first Chris Carter, Moss provide help for Smith, who could go all the way for 65 yards. Smith at 134 yards rushing. The Lions score with 3 seconds to go.
By Jason Gilden, so, tough day for them offensively as well.
Now, Plaxico Buress is a real nice player, the wide receiver, but you know what? Show Holt later, will you please? He's not touched here, and so, hey, I made a great catch. Guess what? It's a live ball. Ridiculous. Danny Clark of the Jaguars picks it up. It's a fumble, and he returns it to the Steeler 27. Now, you can see what happened. Buress wasn't touched. I know he thought he was, but you just don't do this. Not there.
Just don't do it. You hold on to the football at all costs until you hear the whistle. There, he spikes.
He's a bad Mafala. Gets the first down. Jerrome Bettis. Oh, the bus drags around 13 plays. 94-yard drive. 10-0. And, well, he had some help us like the old Steelers, Tom.
Outstanding blocking up front. Number 63, Dermonti Johnson. Number 38, John Whitman. You don't see the number, but he's the kick-out block on the linebacker. And the bus powers through to the end zone.
Acquaintances with James Thrash and some of his ex-teammates. And he remembers this guy, Stephen Davis. Touchdown Skins. And it's 7-0 Washington. 5 touchdowns for Davis.
Yeah, and we take a look here. Just look at the lead block. Larry centers. Jeremiah Trotter. And Jeremiah doesn't really step up into this hole. He waits on the block to get to him. By the time it does, great.
Pumped up for the game. But look who was pumped up early. Corey Dillon. Look at him go. Here's the stiff arm right there of summary roll. You get an earlier block from Dugan. Peter Warwick downfield. That's just a beautiful. Adrian Ross. Oh, man, Tom. The big.
Luther Ellis matched up against guard Marco Rivera. And just look at the push that he gets up the middle of the field. And both of their tackles have the ability to do that. Then watch the top of the screen. You're going to see Tracy Scroggins against Mike Wall. Coming around the corner, gets a chance to knock the ball out before Brett Favre to get rid of it. Then bottom of the screen, you're going to see Robert Forche. Robert Forche, another guy who has the ability with the speed to get around the corner.
Now watch Sam Morris thinks it's Sam Madison. Get out of here. Touchdown, have the ball. And it's Johnson to Sam Morris to try to make something happen. No one rolls out the welcome wagon like the Buffalo Bills. Oh, boy. Sam Madison, touchdown today. Johnson, hit by Kenny Mixon. Ball loose. Arm, he said the tendonitis ruled incomplete pass, but he's out, Tom. And that is it's 7-3 Colts, 17 yards. But the Natalie Class, Bill Belichick says, we have some defense.
Well, Teddy Bruschi, the linebacker with the air on him, steps up. You're going to see Tarek Glenn, the tackle, right there. Now, he's looking inside, thinking Teddy Bruschi is going to come. By the time he reacts outside.
Yes, Michael Bishop in. Just to throw the Hail Mary. Bledsoe out. Bishop, maybe 65 yards in the air. What do you do? Knock it down! They don't! It's a touchdown! Bishop to Tony Simmons on a prayer, and here it is. How can this happen?
Well, first of all, you have to get in front of the defender. You see guys in front of him.
Worry when you have Ricky Williams, 15 yards. Williams, please, touchdown, 24-7. McNair to Joe Johnson. Why, I ought it. Well, after it's 14-7 in the second, Jake Plummer, Frank Sanders. Coverage, oops, 53-yard. Look at the turn on the Jets, Tommy. Furline to Wesley Walls. He is good at it. 7 good at it. Bob St. Clair? No. It's the Raiders and Niners at Candlestick. Jeff Garcia to Terell Owens. He's in the end zone. Where's the midfield? 7-6 Sanford. 10 minutes left. Jeff Garcia. Niners can score now. Watch this play by Terell Owens. Whoop! 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 It's a touchdown! His second touchdown of the day. Cuts it to 28-21.
And watch all the things that Terell Owens is doing with this football. It's in his right hand. He moves it over to the left hand so he gets a chance to stiff arm.
John Fox bringing the blitz, Giants defensive coordinator.
Well, that was Sean Williams right there hitting Chris Chandler. But anyone who has watched the Falcons over the course of the last couple of years knows that without them...
1st and 10 from the 42. Culpepper trying to get his vibe on with Randy Moss, who's double covered. I ain't gonna say nothing, but that ain't right. Moss, 5 career Monday night games, 23 catches, 562 yards, 7 touchdowns, 5 career touchdowns against the Bucs, and he's piped them 48, 31, 61, 27, and 42 yards. 5-10 left. Mike Allstott had Todd Yoder. Last week, 1st and 10, Dante Culpepper is off the meter. If you wait for that kid to stumble, you might get bored. 6'5", 260 with Jets, 27 yards.
So he's hurt already on the opening kickoff. So now the Rams get the kickoff. 3 yards deep is Tony Horn of 20. Gerald McBurrows, get out. Morton Anderson's going to give it a shot. And guess what Horn's going to do? He could go all the way. For the first time in NFL history, we've opened a game. Now remember, no field goal kicker, so at 4th and 15, rather than kick, you're going to throw. And Warner to Az-Hakim. Brendan playing hurt with the injured ankle, and you don't want to play against Bruce Smith, period. Certainly not hurt. He hit it. Cordell Stewart watching as Kent Graham starts. Now watch these tricky Bengals here. Corey Hall and Rodney Heath are the defenders. Hines Ward, 77 yards when the defenders knock 14 is the score at Green Bay. Jeff Garcia, Terell Owens. Man,
You know, he had that kind of strength at the goal line. That's going to be great for this ball club.
Garcia down by 7 to Terell Owens. Owens gets to the side. Look at the cut that he makes. My God, another great play from Garcia to Owens, and we're tied at 28. And then we've seen, it's rubber. I mean, the field turf. More on that at a later date. It's the new synthetic, almost non-synthetic turf. Would it help the Seahawks in their first home game in a month? Well, they went to Edgerrin James, who says, I like this turf. I bounce off it. I run. I score. 7-0 Colts.
Yeah, and let's watch some great blocking. Here's going to be Ken Dilger taking out Chad Brown. That's the beginning of the play. Downfield, Terrence Wilkins going to get a good block on Willie Williams right there. Just keep watching these guys as they get downfield. Kerry Joseph leading James into the
touchdown. Makes it 34-17 with the score 34-24. Edgerrin James. 219 yards. The Colts have had a lot.
The score's 10-0 Miami after the extra point. Still in the first. Lamar Smith goes right, getting some great blocks from his teammates, and then does the rest himself down the sideline. 68 yards, touchdown. 7 Dolphins, it's a blowout. They're heading for the exit, but wait a second. Vinny throws it up. Sam Madison almost catches it. Lavernius Coles does. Touchdown, Jets. 2-point conversion failed, but what a 6-point.
21 Buffalo. Field goal makes it 27-21. But look at Culpepper fire to Randy Moss. Amazing throw. Amazing catch. 20th. Meanwhile, Jeff Fisher knows that points will be at a premium against Baltimore. And look at the spin by Steve McNair. And he finds Rodney Thomas, the back who replaced Saints have lost 10 straight to division rival Atlanta. But Ricky has not lost that number. 12-yard touch. Now watch this with the score 13-7 Falcons third. Ricky Williams, Tom, makes the turn. Look at the power and look at the athleticism at the end. It's a touchdown. 5 straight games. Out Winford Tubbs out starting all those rookies, and Berline took advantage. Meanwhile, Jeff Garcia, more touchdown passes than Kurt Warner coming in. Hits Terell Owens, and look at this play. Wow. They missed the kick. So
the other.
49ers next possession. Jeff Garcia hadn't been intercepted in 4+ games. Picked off by Mike after dinner minter. Headed 30 yards. Touchdown, Panthers. 21-6. Atlanta. Happened from there, Tom.
Not much worse than that, Bo.
Wayne McGarity fielding a punt. Good coverage. 59-yard touchdown. Cowboys 14-0. And the Heart of City got 7-0. Human. And drive almost 9 minutes. The Colts didn't take as long to move the ball. Manning to Marvin Harrison. Colts had the ball under 7 minutes first half, but it was only 13-7. Now 16-7, but Peyton Manning goes to work. Marvin Harrison could go all the way. 78 yards. 6 Bengals. trailing 14-3. Peter Warren. Look at him reverse fields, Tommy, and watch Achilles Smith, number 11, make the block downfield.
Well, great blocking by the quarterback.
Achilles with the block. Warren could go all the way. 77 yards, 14-10. Denver's lead is now just 4. Third quarter. Smith stays in the pocket. Monte Rieger sacks him. Leaves the game. And so, what good could happen as Scott Mitchell comes in? Well, I'll tell you what good could happen. Corey Dillon. T-Buck.
T-Buck.
Terell Buckley, get out. 26-yard gain. Sets up a touchdown, 17-14 Bengals. Fourth quarter. Not the former Bronco, your teammate Steve Foley, but it's a Bengals Steve Foley stripping Brian Greason, recovered by Raynard Wilson.
Yeah, and you know, a good strip of the football, turned it back over to the Bengals, and they go right back to Corey Dillon.
Right back. Look at him go. Could go all the way. Power, speed, smells the air. 21. Broncos within 3 until Corey Dillon. Forget about tackling him. 41 yards. He's in there for a touchdown. What a succession of runs. Corey Dillon, 278 yards. A new NFL record for single game rushing. And he's overwhelmed. He's overwhelmed. I wish his team didn't do this. They meant well. But this is breaking a record held by Walter Payton. He already owns the rookie rushing record. Field goal, 13-0 Chiefs. John Baker must never punt. How many steps could he take? Blocked by Bracy Walker. Mike Cloud, hey, he Brown 9-yard touchdown, 14-3. Tyrone Wheatley. And this defense, he could go all the way. My goodness, look at Wheatley like he shot out of a cannon. 80 yards. The only thing bad is he missed the dunk. Brad Johnson, still in the second. 2 minutes to go. It's a fumble by Alexander. Tony Brackens recovers. Then he knees Jay Lewinberg in the ribs after the tackle. Brackens with a personal foul.
And when you saw this the first time around, you knew that the officials would do more than give him a 15-yard penalty. We take another look at it right here. So in clear view of the official, that's going to get you ejected from the game.
Tony Brackens, get up. Then on a cold punt, Desmond Howard. He has 8 punt returns in his NFL career. 9 would tie him with Eric Metcalf for the record, and he could go all the. What a great play by Hunter Smith. Remember, this is the guy that stopped Dion last year on a punt return.
And Hunter Smith, a great job of taking away the inside, using the sideline, keeping his feet up under him. And
Zach.
Great effort here by Navy's. You're going to see Jamal Anderson come up and step up to block him. He goes right. Navy's coming left, but look at the effort as he goes right over the block. Gets
117. And then more special teams. This isn't trickery. This is good play. Jeff Ogden at his 19. Look at the speed. Picks up a convoy. And Tom, the problem is the Packers are at the top of the screen and he's at the bottom. He could go all the way. Touchdown. 28-17. Tampa Bay. Dante Culpepper, 7 for 7 in his NFL. So Randy Moss, are you kidding me with this one-handed catch? 14-10.
I don't even know if you comment on this. You just enjoy his athleticism.
Oh, my God. Touchdown, Minnesota. Dennis Green. They scored 21-10 second quarter. You saw Warren Sapp. This is Derek Brooks making the big play. The 2 biggest players on the defense, along with Lynch, make the play. Touchdown, Brooks. Coughlin and Jacksonville on a 5-game losing skid. First quarter, Troy Aikman has had cortisone shots in his back, and as he throws to James McKnight, Aikman comes down hard. McKnight comes down hard. He would return, but Aikman was crushed by Tony Brackens, and with the back spasm.
Play by Ryan McNeil. They wanted the flag, but that looks like a great play by the corner.
So we go to overtime, and Brunel to win it. Philippi Sparks makes the tackle, and Wicked scores it. Jacksonville gets the toss, they get the ball, and the lose. That's what McKinnon said to him. Anyway, Plummer's pass. Look at Keith Mitchell, the athletic play that he makes to turn the game around. Saints defense doing it again. 40 yards, touchdown, 14-10.
Well, with the velocity that Plummer threw that ball with, what a great pick.
second quarter. Kerry Collins. Ike Hilliard looking. Oh, Mike Caldwell. Yikes. Eagles can play D now. Oh, boy.
Play. 2 yards. 36 seconds on the clock.
Here comes the blitz.
Testaverde.
Nobody covered it.
Throws. Incomplete. He threw it short to Richie Anderson.
27-11. Manning. E.G. Green. Oh, Brian Urlacher nails it.
He's going to be one of the top linebackers in the league. He's a rookie now, but you see his ability to hit, to read.
First play from scrimmage. Hand off to Lamar Smith. Hole on the right. Could go all the way. Kickoff return. One play, 46 yards. 7-0 Miami.
Yeah, take another look at it. Great block by Rob Conrad right there in the fullback position. He's going to hit his man to the outside. A seal inside, a seal here, and a seal here, and you get a touchdown.
So it's 7-0 Miami. But Stephen Davis, it's a touchdown. No, it's a fumble. Aeneas Williams in the end zone. Don't look at him go. Makes a move at the 5. Look at the Pro Bowler go to the 40. He could go all the way. 103 yards. Only Jack Tatum's 104 yards and 72. A longer fumble recovery for touchdown in NFL history. Steven Alexander. Drilled by the cousin of the Swami, Kwame Lassiter. Drilled by the cousin of the Swami. Up a Crockett 1-yard run, 14-0. There it is. Elvis Gerback looking for Tony Gonzalez. Oh, man, Gonzalez looking to become the first tight end to catch balls for 4 straight games of 100 yards.
Well, as athletic
Return. Do we have some teams that can score? Well, Tampa Bay looking to give Minnesota a defeat, and can Corey Dillon keep going? Defeated. They don't. Kurt Warner. They're in San Francisco for the team that, well, in the NFC plays offense nearest to the Rams. And Trent Green, obviously Rusty, picked off by one of the young Niners, Jason Webster. 7-0 49ers at this point, and there's the pick. And Mike Martz. So it's the first time they haven't scored a touchdown in the first possession of any game this season. Second quarter, it's 10-7 Niners. It's a team with the great cutback on the punt return. And he's going to go all the way down to the 32-yard line. 2nd and 9 from the 14. Hakeem on offense makes the catch. Tries to get into the end zone. Emmitt Plummer knocks him out at the 1, but we're at the 1. Marshall Faulk. 1 yard. Second score of the day for him, 14-10 Rams. Tom, this game had all the makings of being a fun one.
Yeah, Marshall Faulk, great interior. And here, a play made off the blitz by Owens.
Terell Owens, unbelievable as Garcia picks up the blitz. 17-14, 49ers at the half. Third quarter, we're tied at 17. Garcia. It's Owens, as we showed you. Then look at that play. Trent Green to Marshall Faulk, 19 yards, tied at 24.
Well, and you see Marshall Faulk alone there, and you wonder why. You see Lance Schulters coming to the picture late, trying to get back to him. Now, take a look right here. He was trying to call timeout at the moment that Marshall Faulk got into the route.
So in the fourth quarter, tied at 24 after a long gainer to Charlie Gunner. It's callback penalty. Then it's... Here's Hakeem with another big punt return. Look at the moves and the hurdle down to the 26-yard line. First and 10 at the 16 and a tie game at 24 all, under 11 to go. Trent Green, Marshall Faulk, 16-yard touchdown. Marshall Faulk, Marshall. 4 touchdowns today. Gives him 14 touchdowns in 8 games. NFL record 25, so he's over halfway there. Rams get back to win it, 34-24. Trent Green came on for a 300-yard day in the second half. What about Bud Carson, new defensive coordinator, or